each and every one of them a big round of applause, including the ones here at the final table. So give yourselves a round of applause for making it this far and for representing all of the 116 entries that we had here for this weekend, for this event as well. And with that, let's introduce you to our final table. We're going to start at the 1 seat. We'll move our way around to the 9 seat before we get things started. For our welcome to April Griffey. In our 2 seat, hailing from Longwood, Florida, her chip count stands at 564,000. A round of applause, please, for Diane Ehlert. To the 3 seat, from Palm Harbor, Florida. Almost everybody from Florida in this event, with one exception. Chip count stands at 146,000. Please give a warm welcome to Sharon Liss. In the 4 seat sits our current chip leader with a whopping 812,000 in chips. She's a local from right here in St. John's, Florida, just south of Jacksonville. Please give a round of applause to Miss Val Terracciano. In the middle of the table from our 5 seat, another local right here in Jacksonville. Her chip count stands at 365,000. A warm welcome, please, for Kim DeMar. To the 6th seat, our lone representative from outside of Florida, but she has been representing women in poker pretty much her entire life. Where else would she be from but Las Vegas, Nevada? 307,000 is her chip count. Please give a round of applause to Miss Linda Johnson. To our 7th seat, from just down I-95 in Daytona Beach. Currently the short stack, but things change. All of you ladies know that. She is from Daytona Beach with a chip count of 132,000. Please give a round of applause to Miss Tracy Getchis. To the 8th seat, hailing from Port Orange, Florida, her chip count stands at 188,000. Please give a warm welcome to Tammy Earhart. And rounding out our field, currently 2nd overall in chips with 585,000, a local from here in Jacksonville and a regular to the room. Please give a round of applause to Debbie Shoemaker. Ladies, you've made it this far, but you've got a little ways to go. Coming up next, 9th place will be receiving, I believe, $757 for their efforts. First place, just over $7,500, however. It is $757. First place, $7,565. So that is what we are playing for, as well as the coveted trophies, I should say, one from Best Bet, as well as one from Lips. We'll resume play with our blind level at 16,000 ante, 8,000 small blind, 16,000 big blind. There's only 2 minutes and change left in this level, so we will be upping levels very shortly. Our dealers today are Theo and Jacob. Theo is in the box right now with our button in the 1 seat. And let's get rolling. Good luck, ladies. Theo, shuffle up and deal.
Good luck, everyone. Good luck.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck and have fun, everybody.
So when I went for it, I said, wait, it says I'm 2nd, but I'm 3rd. I said, why isn't Vera in the record book? This is a quote. He said, because she's a bitch. You know,
Oh!
she was, but still. You know, and this is to show you how far we've come.
Yeah.
Through the old days.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. Anyway, it took us quite a while, but we got her name put in. She still won. I said, there's a lot of asshole men over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of them. For sure.
I'm going to raise it up to 34,000 over 6 days. Hold on. Call number 1. And a fold. Heads up. Check. And check. $35,000. Fold.
Kind of weird sitting here because I was in the commentating booth.
Yeah.
Friday night. I get to see both sides. They do, yeah.
Fold. Fold.
It's always awkward when it restarts at noon, right? And everyone's like not as relaxed.
Who got any
The
sleep
chat
last
is like
night?
crying out.
I couldn't turn my brain off. Yeah.
It's hard. It's definitely hard to watch.
Go.
Yeah, back today.
And check. Heads up.
It's so hard of you.
Just have to win all the chips and like I'm able to get you the cards. $35 from the 3. And a call. Check.
Check.
And a check. Check.
I have a deuce. What do I want? Ace. Oh, very sweet.
Ladies, blinds are now up next hand, okay? Blinds going up 20,000 ante, 10,000 small blind, 20,000 big blind. Ladies, because we just did get started, we are gonna, there's scheduled to be a break after this level. We are gonna bypass that break, okay? Since we just got started.
And I have a bottle water for you.
What was the reason?
Okay. And then
Another 4 level.
a room tag for you. Right here, right? And straws, napkins, we're good. I think that's your card. There you guys.
I'll get you the list.
We're looking
Thank
at
you.
10,000
I really
small
appreciate
blind.
that. Thank you.
Yeah, just went up. Just went up.
Napkins here.
Fold,
Some
fold, all in and out from the AC.
napkins here.
Fold 9. Fold. Fold.
Good luck going.
Thank you.
Nobody's your action when you're ready.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Angela went to the start 188.
I'll just text her, bring it.
All of the above.
Okay, I'm taking pictures.
Fold.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fold. Unfold. Lemon's moving.
20?
20 is now.
That's your turn.
Give me a little bit extra, I think.
Oh, I'm thinking that I'm in the. Hey,
Look up, honey.
sorry.
So if you could bring it 700 times.
Fold 7, 8. 9, fold 1.
Okay.
2. 4. Call. Call unannounced. Six. A call.
I'm on aces. I'm on ace. An ace has to come. There's kings on the board.
Smaller amount.
always does.
Make our lives a little easier. That's 20.
Can I call for my one time?
50,000.
You're allowed.
63,000 is the total for the small stack. Let's
Didn't need
bring
to.
that in. Make it a little easy. 63 total.
You have diamonds.
And the rest will be on the side. If we need to.
But you know what? It's been painless.
Yeah, that's been
Much better than last time I said it. Televised final table.
Both of the lines go up and
Go.
Yeah. They both have a pair. Oh, I can't bear to watch this. Oh my God. One time.
Hello and welcome to Best Bet Live. We are so sorry about the delay in commentary here. We had something get unplugged by the table, but welcome. This is Ronan in the booth right now. Adonis will be here shortly. And we got an all-in situation, three-way all-in here. Kimberly's Kings versus Linda's Nines versus Liss's Ace 4. Liss picks up a diamond draw. Kimberly did do it. Only a king of clubs.
Oh my gosh.
And Nines full is going to pick up the whole pot. Kimberly gets it in there. A huge favorite. So sorry about the delay again, everybody.
Oh, she hit the bubble. Oh, shoot. Yeah, she hit the.
Welcome again.
Nice hand.
To answer a couple questions, sorry. Yes, there is $7,565 for first place. And thank you all for joining us and tuning into Best Bet Live. This is the Ladies International Poker Series event here in Jacksonville. $300 entry. We got a 116 entries. So we got a big field here, and it's very fun, very exciting.
No?
Danger. Danger.
Look good.
Danger. Stranger. Danger.
Yep.
Nice hand.
Got a lot of people rooting for Tracy. We got a lot of fans here for our friends, Miss Linda. Everyone cheering everyone on. We had our first elimination there. I do believe it was $756 for a 9th place finish. So congratulations to all of these ladies who made our final table. If y'all were here earlier, you got to see Arlie announcing everyone where they're from, how many chips they have. Arlie, one of the best in the business here when it comes to announcing and commentating. And Debbie here, gonna pick up a couple ladies in our Ladies International Poker Series event. Deborah says, what a hand. I know.
Raise.
Debbie's gonna bump it up here.
60,000.
60,000. A little 3x raise over the 20,000 big blind. We are down to 8-handed now. And Debbie's going to pick up a couple blinds here with a nice hand. Debbie came in second in chips here. And we will get a look at the full chip counts here in just a moment.
All right, Ronan, so can you hear me through this? Okay, it's still not registering in this one, though. And I'm thinking it's because...
right over here.
We figured it out.
Hold on.
I unplugged it. It was me.
Hold on. 1,
There was a thing over here that was
2, 4, 5.
And it's Linda's turn with the ladies here. She's going to bump it up. 60,000, 3x again here on the button. And Tracy with a very pretty king-queen is going to have to go all in. And unfortunately, she kind of ran into one of the hands that has her crushed. And Tammy with an interesting spot here. The raise being 40,000. The next raise being only 32,000. It's not open, but Tammy makes a nice fold. And Linda calls, and we're going to turn them up. We saw one of Tracy's kings dead, so she's down to 2 immediate outs, or some hearts or some straight cards here. And a couple hearts, she does get them. Her equity jumps to 46%. A king or a heart, or a 4 for a chop now. And it's going to be a heart. Oh, my goodness. Straight on the board. Double up here for king, queen of hearts for Miss Tracy. And Linda's stack takes a small blow. but Tracy finding some life in a much-needed situation.
Dodge a bullet.
Test, yeah, we're good.
Catch
Okay.
everything.
Tracy only down to 4 big blinds there, so a huge pickup for her as she finds a nice double and the big blind in the ante from Tammy.
Oh, I'm over there. Well,
Not juju.
For volumes? Oh, okay, which... That is a huge hand there to pick up. And welcome back, Adonis.
yeah. Thanks for joining us, ladies. Obviously, we had a few audio little technical difficulties before we started, but thanks for all of you joining us. We are a few hands into our Lips main event final table. Congratulations to all 116 ladies for entering the tournament and playing. We do appreciate and we do love you guys very much. And to the final 9 remaining, congratulations. Awesome play. The job's not finished. Got a little ways to go, and hopefully you guys can make it. There can only be crowned one winner, but in my eyes, all 9 of you are just absolute champions. So to all the families and friends of these 9 ladies, well, let's see, we got an elimination, but I'll still, speak as if she's still with us at the table. To all the family and friends of these 9 ladies, thank you for joining us, and stay with us and see who will be crowned winner.
Whenever you...
Ruth, hey Ruth, how you doing? Sorry you couldn't join. Yeah, I was looking for you. Honestly, that's the God honest truth. Yesterday when we got the tournament going, I'm like, where's Ruth at? I don't see her. I want to give her a big hug, ask her how she's doing, and looks like Kimberly is gonna give, or rather, put the rest of her stack in.
Little 5.5 big blind shove, and Tracy making a what I would consider a tight fold there with the king queen suited versus 5 bigs, but she's not sitting on too many chips herself, so maybe that's. She wants to make a couple jumps, doesn't want to put it at risk quite yet. Because if she calls and loses there, she's down to less than 100,000 herself. So it's a very nice pickup there.
Yeah, the blind format is not forgiving. It's actually unforgiving. I guess that's the better way to put it. I mean, as the blinds go up, play is going to have to become a lot tighter because eventually, I mean, unless you're the 4 seed over here, she has all the chips in play.
Yeah. Miss Mary in the Facebook chat, hello. So good to see you. Miss seeing you on the final table like every other time that I've been working the stream, but I'm glad you got to make it out earlier. I think I saw you out there, and if I didn't, I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, the beautiful Mary Darnell's in the chat. Absolutely love Mary so much. She is not only a beautiful woman, she is a amazing poker player. We had a tournament series come through. The exact tournament series I'm drawing a blank on, but I know that within that week and a half, she made 3 final tables. The woman is an absolute machine.
Absolutely.
And Texas won yesterday, so I'm pretty sure she is just full of joy. Obviously, 31st place isn't what you wanted, but hopefully next time you get us. Are you playing the Kings and Queens tournament, Mary? You're in Aruba on a bucket list trip? Forget this tournament.
Yeah, I would. No invite for me and Adonis here, but I guess that I understand, Ms. Ruth.
You better slip on that one piece, get you a pineapple drink, whatever illustrious, beautiful, refreshing drink they have in Aruba, and you can relax and enjoy yourself. I would never take that from you. Obviously, we would love to see you here, but the bucket list trip does take precedent over this. So enjoy yourself, have fun. I like it. Appreciate you. Here with Kings in the 1 seat. She's gonna go ahead and raise it up, and he said she's gonna make it 50K. Wow,
Ooh,
Diane.
collision here. What's crazy is I was just talking to, if y'all know Danny, who won the women's event a couple times ago, and she had a great run as well herself. I was just talking about running ace queen into kings. It feels like it happens so much. It's me 150.
Re-raise. Oh boy, oh boy. Here we go.
I expect a quick all-in here from April, and with ace-queen suited, small blind versus button.
All in. Diane can fold, though.
Yeah, Diane can fold, but it's only
much
going to end
did
up
she
being
make it?
150 more.
Oh, wait a minute. She made it 150.
Yeah,
and
April's only got 347. No,
wait,
she
so
only
yeah,
has 300.
Yeah, with her calling the 150, she doesn't have. Oh yeah, this might be hard to fold. I don't think you actually can fold.
I'm such a clumsy.
Once she threw us to 150, if 247 is what she started the hand with, like
I
yeah,
think she started with 257
yeah,
or 297.
she's got what 100K to call. Call 100K to win like 400K. Yeah. Yeah, Mary, I had your fruit bowl ready. I definitely did.
Yeah, 297. You're actually getting just about the right. You're getting the price here. You already put in. It's calling 150 to win. What would be 600? 3 more. You're getting 3 to 1. You're 32% against kings.
Just a tough spot for Diane.
Of course, but against kings, jacks, queens, and even ace king, you're getting the right price.
She actually, her company supplied the ladies with those awesome card protectors that you can see in front of each one of them. Yeah, they're pretty heavy duty. They look great, but that's kind of a 50-50 there for Diane. I'm not mad if she folds. I'm not mad if she calls. Like, you just, it's a tough spot to be in, you know. Ace-queen suited, you're like, ace-king, I might call it off. Ace-queen suited is still a really good hand, but like I said, I feel it's a 50-50, so I don't think there's ever a wrong choice to make there.
Of course not. We can see the cards, and we can see that she had 32% equity. There's 460 in the middle. She needs to call off 147 more. It's pretty close. Against kings, against everything but aces almost, you're getting just about the right price, but if you happen to run into those aces, then you're going to be drawn very, very slim.
Hey, Tanya, I virtually accept your Werthers. Thank you so much. So I got some trash hands folding around. Once again, so great seeing these ladies. So beautiful and so talented. You know, for a while, there was the common stereotype amongst players because the world of poker was male-driven, right? You know, whenever a woman sat down at the table, it was like, oh, this is easy money. No, it's not the case, and that hasn't been the case for a very long time. I know off the top of my head, Mary is a good testament of that. I mean, this woman hangs with the toughest. Oh, so flush for Valerie here on the turn, but Mary hangs with the toughest of players in the field, whether it's cash games or tournaments. Ruth Hall, a lot of these ladies, including the ones here on this final table, are distinguished, have results, and are great poker players. So
both players with a flush here, Valerie, and the board does pair here. I wonder if Kimberly can find a little bluff here. 152,000 her stack. She does check it back, and Valerie's going to take it down with a
flush good.
Flush.
She's going to already add to what a massive stack she has in front of her. I mean, to be a chip leader here and have almost $1 million in chips. Whew. I don't necessarily know her personally, but I can tell you she put in work yesterday.
I got to deal to her in the last ladies event that I was dealing on the stream. She made the final table. I believe she got 4th. She had a very good run. Kind of ran into it right at the end, but she played very, very well, and I'm rooting for her as much as everyone else, but I got to see her last time put in the work, along with Tammy, who's at the table, who did win the last ladies event.
Oh, Tammy won it last time?
Yeah, she crushed it. Tammy here sitting on 9.5 bigs, going to dump the king 10 off. I like it. A little too early to start piling it in.
We're going to have some interference here for a second. Give me a second. All right, interference is now done.
All right, awesome. As we see it fold to the button, Valerie with the chip lead and ace-10 off on the button, 8-handed, a very suitable opening candidate here, and we're going to raise it up pretty big here, 70,000. This was something I noticed her when I was dealing to her last time. She did open a little bit bigger than most players would, but judging by her chip stack, it's been working so far. So.
Yeah, it's been working to her advantage as well. Also, Debbie Shoemaker. Oh, I'm in. I'm already in. Debbie Shoemaker, she is an absolute breath of fresh air. I can't remember, honestly, when it comes to a ladies' event, how many final tables she's made. She's made so many.
I know. I've dealt for Debbie Shoemaker on the final table for several ladies' events, and she's been on there almost every single time, whether I'm commentating or dealing. So congratulations to her for making what seems like double-digit ladies tournament final table since I've worked here, and it's only been 3 years. So congrats again to her. As we get going here, blinds are, I believe, have gone up. And we have Jacob coming in the box here.
I was like, yeah, I thought it was just a random thing. Everyone just brought it down.
Excuse me, blinds are still 10,000, 20,000 here. As we see the action fold all the way to April with King Queen off, sitting on a respectable 500,000 chips after that 4-bet jam. Kings against Ace Queen, and she folded out a hand with a ton of equity. And she's going to click it up here, 40,000 to go. Diane dumping the Queen Jack off. And going all the way to Tracy with 10-9 offsuit here. Versus a min open is a pretty standard call. She's got 9 bigs left behind. Excuse me, 8. We're going to go heads up to the flop here. We're just, it's going to go check here. On a King 10 flop, both players catching a piece. Clubs now, both players with a club in their hand. Both players with a club, a pair, and a flush draw. Tracy gonna, I imagine, call this. Got a pretty big flush draw with the ace and the king out there. Versus a relatively early open position. Only have to worry about that queen of clubs, maybe ace jack of clubs, but she does let it go. Very nice fold here. As April picks up yet another pot since we've started here. George Warner says, nice work to Valerie. Yes, absolutely. Mary Darnell says, Debbie is a beast and a great friend. Yep. One of the most patient I've seen, absolutely. Oh, that's right, Aaron. Oh, Aaron, good to see you. I didn't see you in the Facebook chat over there. Valerie did knock you out in 4th. That's right. She ended up getting 3rd.
What airline
Let's get that.
Miss Aaron, good to see you.
part of the breeze.
Aaron did get 4th, and Valerie got 3rd last ladies event. Aaron had to be on a flight at 6 a.m., and we ended up staying there till just about 2 o'clock. That was a crazy night. Chips were getting passed back and forth very quickly. As it's going to fold to Valerie in the hijack here with ace-3 off. She is going to let it go. And good for her because Kimberly, off of 7 bigs, picks up ace-queen offsuit here in the cutoff. Slam dunk all in, as she does. Linda with a pretty 9-8 suited. It's only 9 bigs. There are 2 players left to act, though. And it's not a huge portion of her stack, but she does let it go. It's going to fold all the way to Tammy with 6s. Oh, my goodness. You got to call here. It's only 7 bigs, right, Tammy? But she does let it go. Doesn't want to flip here. Of course, I know it's a flip. I can see the cards. And that's a very nice pickup here from Kimberly in the cutoff. So we just saw Tammy there avoid the flip for her tournament life. She's going to find a better spot here, maybe against a different player.
Tammy, sometimes you got to wait for that better spot. I mean, sometimes I'm not going to lie. You can look down at a hand, you can just be like, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it.
I've been there, trust me. And April here picking up another hand. April's been picking up quite a few hands here on this final table. Going to make it 40,000 to go. And Valerie with King 9 suited is going to let it go. Doesn't want to tangle with that big chip stack early on. The other big chip stack, I should say.
7.
Tammy here versus the early position open with King Queen offsuit, 140,000 behind. Sitting on only 7 bigs.
That's it?
Yeah, just about.
Oh, blinds are pretty big, actually.
Yep. She, versus an early position raise, she let go of the 6s in the big blind versus the jam and maybe feeling, no, but she does let it go. Maybe feeling like she missed out on her last opportunity. And we've seen so many of these patient plays from so many of these ladies. They've been playing great so far. The fold with ace-queen, the fold with Tammy with 6s. This has been a a respectably slow start to this tournament play here.
I just like to point them out when I see them.
Come on. You're good. You're let it ride, man. We're good, baby. It is fine. It is A-OK. Oh, I got deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
We're all good.
All right. So here we have blind still at 10, 20, 20 here, as it's going to fold all the way around. I assume Kimberly's going to dump the 7-5 off. Maybe it's her lucky hand, like my 4-7. We never know.
Hey, lucky hands. I mean, that's why they're lucky hands, right?
Absolutely.
Like, they're going to get you where you need to go.
All in for 6 bigs here for Tracy.
Yeah, she found herself an ace, and there's Debbie with 9s, and Debbie's going to have to look her up.
A little more than 6 bigs, excuse me, 8 bigs.
I think the really important part is when blinds are so, high, that you can call this off and still be alive if you're Debbie. You're like, all right.
Oh, absolutely. Debbie has a...
I can flip with you, and I'll still be in the game, and I'm flipping for what? What'd you say, 6 bigs?
I think it's 8 bigs, but yeah. I mean, Debbie... If I'm Debbie, I'm ISOing. I'm not just calling here. I mean, you don't want the big blind getting there with just like some king 10 off hand or some hand with a huge amount of equity against you. You don't have to necessarily jam, but you could just raise to like 350,000. Send a message. She's just going to call here, and let's see if the big blind wakes up with anything.
Ooh.
Oh, like I said, this is... You jam, I'm willing to bet April just dumps it right away, but now April... and I think you have to call.
Yeah, you're getting too good of a price. I mean, and you could just put the pressure on Debbie and think, hey, if you're not coming over the top, you don't have a big hand.
Exactly. And to be fair, some players should be trapping with aces and kings here in the spot, but wow, April does let it go.
All right, ladies, let's flip them over. What do we got?
Maybe Debbie's call is strong enough. I'm not the expert by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah. All right, and an ace right in the window. And that ace-queen would have picked this pot up as far... Oh, aces and deuces here. Debbie down to 2 outs and does not connect. And what a fold from the 1 seat there with the ace-queen. That, she would have gotten picked up.
Nice hand there from Tracy. But, Debbie there, a million times over, she's going to make that call. You just got to see where you're going to get with it, see what you can do.
Once again, if you're just tuning in now, welcome to the Best Bet live stream on this Sunday. It is the Ladies International Poker Series event here at Best Bet Jacksonville. We're so excited. We had 9 ladies come back here at noon today after playing a long day yesterday. But we're battling for 7,565 up top.
Yeah, it's close to 8K for first place, which is always good. I mean, you have to think to yourself, like, listen, this is what I'm planning for. All the women want it. They want to make sure they have themselves a shot at the big money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for these 8 women that are remaining, they all do. And I'm hoping they can get there. Uh-oh, there's an all-in from Kimberly with ace-jack offsuit.
Yeah, sitting on about just under 10 bigs here. I actually like this a lot. Pretty strong. And, oh, Diane in with pocket 8s.
In the big blind, 192K.
It's been coming down to these big blinds on this all-in so far here. We've had it happen several times.
Mary, give me the intel, baby. What you mean it's going to be a long day? Talk to me. Debbie is a beast, great friend. Yeah, she does it. I'm telling you, man. That's the best word to describe Debbie. She is ultra patient.
Absolutely.
Looks like Diane here is going to patiently consider her options. Might not see it.
We've seen Kimberly very active so far. Has jammed several times, picked up the blinds. And maybe Diane's getting done with it.
I didn't think she would. But it's just like blinds are just high, man. You lose a pot, now you're you're teetering on the edge, right? If unless you're the 4th seat, then, I mean, Debbie, even though she took a hit, she still does have a formidable stack. But everybody's kind of hanging around that like 10 to 20 big blind mark. So you lose a flip, and now you're in danger of being put out of the tournament. So calling ranges are going to be real tight here, right? Like you're probably going to get called jacks plus. In Debbie's case, she had she had the 2nd largest stack in play, so she could afford to flip with Tracy, knowing Tracy's shoving range there is going to be pretty wide. She has about 8 bigs, getting it in ace deuce.
Yeah, I mean, especially versus a late position shove from a short stack. And I was dealing to Tracy yesterday, and she was very active. She played a lot of hands, probably V-pipping the highest at the table that I was dealing. So she's going to open up the red 9s here. 9s have been very active at this table so far. We saw the all-in with Debbie earlier, and we saw the 3-way all-in with kings, 9s, and ace 4, and 9s filled up and picked up the whole pot. So to get our first elimination. And
what is this, April?
April folded, yeah. April
okay,
folded.
so Diane is in the small blind with ace jack, and yeah, Valerie, massive chip stack in the big blind, an opportunity to bust 2 players. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
With a suited Broadway, you have to complete there versus a small open. Ace king tray. It's a pretty good flop for Diane here. She is going to elect to donk lead on the ace high flop.
And this is a great indicator to the other 2 players in the hand, but they're like, hey, okay, she just flats pre-flop in the small blind and now leads. So if there ever was a telltale sign of her to have an ace or just have a hand that's better than 9s, you just kind of got to get out of there.
A king with a club draw maybe, but yeah. Diane going to take it down with the lead there.
We are coloring up the orange chips as well.
We're going to go to our color up break here.
Yeah, so we're going to take a
If you feel like 5
small
minutes
break.
just isn't quite enough,
The ladies will be coming back here shortly.
If it ends up being
I
the full
believe
10,
it'll
so
be
it.
a 10-minute break.
All right.
So let me go ahead and start that 10-minute break,
Hobson,
and
do
we'll
you
be
wanna
right back momentarily.
review the
Okay,
chip
guys,
counts
go
and
take
all
a
that
smoke
too?
break, take you a bathroom break, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. Thanks for joining us.
We'll race them off.
10K right here, 25, 25.
Hello, hello, and welcome back from our color up break there. We had a short intermission. Thank you for being so patient with us, and welcome back to the Ladies International Poker Series event here at Best Bet Jacksonville, Regency.
Yeah, they took a little break and now they're back.
We saw a lot of action early on, one elimination and a couple big pots, but we haven't seen an elimination since then.
Raise it up 75.
In the long game, which is understandable. You know, you're in it to win. You're in it to, you know, get that 7,500 underneath your belt.
Something notable I've seen is Tammy make two what I would consider pretty big folds here early. Had sixes in the big versus a jam that she had covered, and she ended up folding for just about 9 bigs. And she folded king queen versus the under the gun open from the small blind. But I like the king queen fold a lot. I think you don't have very much fold equity and can be getting in crushed a lot. So that was a very good fold with the king queen. The sixes, I'm not sure. You know, I've got to take that one up to the solver, but.
Yeah, you're just special. Kim didn't put out double small blind for me.
I finally
You're
did
just
it.
special.
We're kicking the action up here. Blinds are 20,000 ante, 10,000 small blind, or 20,000 big blind. We have an all in here from Tammy here, who's been patient all night with the king jack offsuit.
Now she's going to be all in for her tournament life.
Diane here with ace tray off in the cutoff, gonna have to let that go. Maybe if you're closing action in the big blind, you could call it off there, but we've seen Tammy be very patient. Maybe the players know that as well. And Linda with pocket sevens here.
Seems about right. That would be 135 total.
135,000, just over 5 big blinds here. But Linda with only 25 big blinds in her stack roughly, so. She is gonna make the call. See, she's flipping. As to be expected a lot of time with pocket sevens versus a jam.
Yeah, she's going to be looking to find, rather for Tammy not to find a pair.
Yes.
I mean, obviously straights can win too. But
Couple
you get the
hearts
idea.
here. King on the turn, down to 2 outs here for Linda. One of them's dead. And
That's
that's
it.
gonna be a double up for Tammy here.
Beware of aces.
But it's good.
Tammy finding a much needed double off that 5 big blind stack here. Up to 310,000 in chips now with almost 13 big blinds.
You love it. Look at you. What are the blind level? You said they went up, right?
They're at I think 15,000 to 25,000 now. And so this, we're gonna see a click here from Tammy under the gun after that double. It's got to be a very strong hand. As it is a decently strong hand, king queen offsuit here, probably the bottom of the under the gun open range from Tammy here, I imagine, after that double. And she's gonna pick up a bunch of folds and some more chips headed her direction. I'll tell y'all, Tammy is not who you want to give chips to at this table.
No.
I think Tammy might be the most dangerous player at this table.
Yeah, she's aggressive. The aggression, you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
of the players at the table, you know, all women here, you know, they're good players. They're passive, good players. She institutes that level of aggression that maybe these women who I mean, they probably played with her a little bit, but to have it, you know, you're not going to change tables anymore. This is it. So
Yeah.
for her to have that level of aggression, her to pick up chips, it's going to prove to be really hard for these ladies to kind of navigate, right? Because
Absolutely.
let's say ace jack offsuit and you open, or ace queen, you get 3-bet. You're like, oh, she must have a big pair or something.
Not feeling great about him.
Not feeling great.
And I'll tell you, Tammy just told me the Ladies International Poker Series has an award for Player of the Year. And with this final table, after all the events that she's competed in and won, at least one, I believe she's now in first place for that award. There's like a point system, and she
Really?
is in first place for the Lips Player of the Year here after this. So Very exciting to see Tammy.
She's trying to take home the gold.
Absolutely. And she is going to fire with this gut shot here and just pick it up. And I really like that. Those low equity draws, when you get check raised, you can just let them go and you can just pick up a pot against an ace high, queen high, king high type of hand, just like Tracy was holding.
It's not bad. Not bad at all.
It's a great result. Seeing some of that aggression we were talking about with Tammy. One of my favorite players to watch and deal to.
Yeah, Tammy's a really nice lady. A really good player. Kind of a wild card, you know.
Absolutely.
You want to watch them destroy the Broncos?
Yeah, I do. I'm in a survivor pool.
Oh, okay.
Only 15 left after week 2. It's 11K.
Oh, boy.
Next thing you're going to ask is you want to
Yeah, after last week, people got to understand that things just happen, right?
Absolutely.
Looks like things are happening here under the gun. Got some folds. Not much out there for anybody.
Right? Isn't that bad?
As we get to Kimberly here with ace deuce suited here.
All
And a
in.
nice, I love this jam here. It's 7 bigs from the cutoff. And you can pick up folds from hands like Linda's. Ace 5 off. Gets it all the way through to Miss Debbie, who lets go of the king tray suited. And that's a big pickup
Good
from
job.
Kimberly.
But it was good. All right, ladies, that's going to be
Yeah, that's about right, Joseph.
Back in, taking over 15, 25, 25. Look, please.
Yeah, absolutely, Joseph. Tammy, Debbie, 2 of our very regular final tablists here at Best Bet Jacks.
You're choosing good times. Every time till the last time. Absolutely. I know that story. I had a great hand to push. You went all in, not called.
Sure, I checked the channel. I'm not sure
Had a
if the
pocket
game's
pair,
programmed
but
right now,
I
so
didn't know where you were at. So
we'll get it from you. But if you can let Arlie know, check.
no worries.
I know you were good for something.
I'm always so excited to work these streams for the ladies events, whether it's our local ladies event or we have the Lips tour coming, or the Lips series coming through here. So this has been very exciting to watch and experience.
Let's get it.
And as we see it, fold to Tammy here on the button, king 8 suited. Now with those chips, you see Tammy's going to get a lot more active here, going to bump it up on the button. 50K to go with the king 8 suited.
Well, and she knows it, right? Like,
she does know. And
these women are going to be playing a little more snug, you know, closer to the vest. And she's going to do the exact opposite. She's going to try to.
Yep.
Every chip here matters, right? So.
And I'll tell you, Tammy, she doesn't chop heads up. She'll never chop a tournament. She wants to take home that gold. And she's here to. She's not here to get 8th place. I'll tell you that much.
No.
She is here to chip up and win this whole thing.
Unless the dynamic here changes, or there's just a absolutely insane cooler of a situation, you're going to be looking at, you know, Tammy essentially extracting blind after blind after blind, unless, you know, one of these women can pick up a real hand.
Yeah, we got Valerie here open up the ace-2 suited under the gun. Benefit of having all those chips is you can open hands like this under the gun. And Tracy just going to let go of the 9-8 suited. It's a big chunk of her stack to call it off there. And it's going to fold all the way around, I assume.
That's all they wear. Like, everybody. It's crazy. You go out and you think they give them away on the street. That's all people wear. It's nuts. Die hard fans.
Miss Mary Darnell, if you're still in the chat, I want you to know that I do agree. It's going to be a long day with these players. We have a lot of patient, very, very good, very experienced poker players here. So it's going to be up to Valerie here to start putting the pressure on. Because from what I've seen from some of the other ladies, some of them don't put the pressure on as much as Tammy and Valerie do, but Valerie is one to put it on there.
And she's been, I mean, absence of cards is important.
Oh,
because,
absolutely,
you know,
yeah.
you definitely need the cards to raise it up. But she's just been so methodical here at this final table. Haven't really heard much from her, and she's been maintaining an overwhelming chip lead amongst the table. I mean, she still has somewhere north of 800,000 in chips.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable.
She just hasn't made any mistakes. I mean, you can make the case at this very moment she's been playing perfect.
And she does make it 70,000 here. I love the sizing. versus a small blind complete, and she does pick up another pot headed her way. Almost 1 million in chips here for Valerie.
I mean, that's
She's
amazing.
she's one pot away from 1 million chips, really.
And it's like,
We have that in
a
the
glass.
baseball stadium.
Isn't that crazy? It happens in the baseball stadium.
I knew it. Just knew it.
Oh, nice to see you.
Ruth says to bring Lupe in the booth to chat about her lips point contest. Absolutely. I'm going to go out there right now and talk with Lupe and see what we got going on later. If Lupe is available, if we can, I'll let you know.
I'm sure the Knights games are amazing too. I love hockey. I think that's the best sport to watch live. It's really intense. It's like a big long
Diane here on the button here, sitting on 12 bigs with king, queen off.
Is it 65? 65.
With queen 9 here, a dominated hand is going to make the call versus the button open. And I don't hate it calling with this hand versus the button open, but it's going to be bad news if they both make top pair.
Heads up.
And Jack 4 tray, 2 hearts here. Diane with 2 overcards, backdoor straight, and flush draws here. Gonna c-bet and I assume take it down. Kimberly taking her time here, thinking through her options. Really only have 2 options. Jam is a bluff or fold. And I am willing to bet. She doesn't let it go. Okay, there we go. She does let it go. And Diane eclipsing the 400,000 chip point.
You gotta gamble and feel it. It's like a big deal. I'm still in the game. What do they call, right?
No, you can chop it both
Well, you can chop, yeah. You can chop in ours too. But yeah.
They usually do a chop at least 4 shots.
Yeah, I mean, when it's that.
Still 3 weeks of
For those of us just tuning in or getting in here for the first time, we are watching our Best Bet Jacksonville Ladies International Poker Series coming through town. This is the final table for our event. We had 116 entries on this $300 event, $7,565 for first place. As April, who was very active in the first level, hasn't really picked up any hands, and she does pick up the pocket 8s here, and the hijack going to open up to 50,000.
Yeah, Valerie has played. I mean, I'm sorry. This woman's played perfect.
Yep.
I don't think she's made a mistake.
Kimberly here with what I would think is a slam dunk jam, and
Yup.
she is going to dunk it here with king queen suited, and I assume a quick call from April is in order.
Just 480.
I think it's 150,000.
Yeah.
I
gotta
think you
do
have
it.
to call it here with a pair. Kimberly's jammed so many times. We haven't seen a single one of these hands, and she does make the call here. We're going to be flipping for Kimberly's tournament life. King queen of diamonds versus pocket 8s with a diamond here.
Kimberly's going to need to find herself a king, queen, or a lot of diamonds. Or make a straight. Like I said, you get the idea. And she
that's a
does find a
queen.
queen.
Yep. 8 or running 4s here. Oh, what? I said an 8 or
Oh
running
my
4s.
God.
Don't do it. Okay. And that's going to be a
Oh
double up
boy.
here for Kimberly, up to 350,000 in chips as April falls down to just more than that. She's 380,000.
Like I said, man, this is just it's a power struggle, right? Like you have enough chips where you're like, man, I can risk the flip. I got a good enough hand where I know I'm flipping. Boom, you lose the flip. Now
Yep.
you're the one.
One thing that's funny is me and Trey, who commentates and deals the stream, we're talking about it. We were looking at Caleb Powell's stories, who's been one of our dealers here. He's been running hot on these tournaments, and he does a lot of filming for his all-ins and at-risks, and he's been finding these big cashes when he's winning his flips and holding when he gets it in good. And I'm like, you got to win flips
That's
to win
the
these
formula.
things. You just got to win flips and get it in good and hold. That's all it is. So easy, right?
Yeah, I was talking to one of the tournament players, man. He said, Adonis, man, I know I can do it. It's like I know that I'm good enough to be able to, get the job done. But I just need to win my flips. And I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's the job. If you can get the job done, you can win your flips. That's it. But, sometimes the cards are just not in your favor. So it looks like that time Kimberly found herself on the right side of a flip, and she's going to stick around for a little bit longer.
We see Valerie here getting a little loose. You can see with the 9-8 off here with that big old chip stack. She opens it up to Tracy, who's going to let it go. And just like that, Valerie Just shy of 1 million chips.
I don't want to jinx her, but I mean the woman can go to the spa, get the nails and the feet done, sip the champagne and make it back, and still be in a good enough spot to probably finish in the top 3.
She has a ton of chips. I don't know exactly how many chips are in play, but she's got to have at least 40%. 8-handed, which is a ton.
Can we officially not get the Bucks game?
No, they can't. I think it's blacked out for this.
Team April Marimuth all day. Let's go. Yeah, April's still in, man. That's the big thing about it, right? You can cheer, you can jump, you can hoot and holler because, hey, she's still in the game. Don't look at the chip count. You know, she might be a little down. She might have lost that flip. But the most important part about trying to win the tournament is you got to be in it. So
yep, absolutely. And
she'll be fine.
Valerie getting a real hand here. Ace-Queen offsuit after just opening the 9-8 off. Some good fortune running her direction. She does pick up and officially eclipses 1 million in chips. Unbelievable.
So let's roll.
And now we have a little bit of action tracker delay here. Sorry about that.
75,000.
It sounds like Kimberly opened up to 75,000.
Yeah, and these two ladies' events this weekend, it's the most football talk I've had.
With the pocket trays here.
I missed that one. Like, nobody wants to talk about
It looks like Debbie makes the call with Ace-8 suited.
Yeah, at this point, like you said, you're getting close, right? Like you no longer can try to find yourself with Ace-Queen, 9s, 10s, jacks.
This is a good flop here for pocket trays.
But
9-9 deuce.
Debbie has made more final tables than I can count on probably both my hands. So even though she's down here in terms of big blinds, I think she's long from being out.
Absolutely. And Kimberly does elect to jam the 9-9 deuce flop, which is one of the best flops you can get for 3s, man. No immediate counterfeit outs and no big cards. So.
I played with her on a team. We were national champions.
And Kimberly, after jamming and winning a flip and chipping up, now sitting on a decent stack here. I believe just over 500,000. With this blind structure and how quick the chips are getting passed back and forth, things can change in just 1 or 2 hands.
She could pitch. She was a pitcher.
As is the nature of poker and tournament play.
All-American. I'm sorry.
Diane here. Big slick, ace-king under the gun.
my coach of softball when I was in high school is like
Something I've seen a lot of players do live, one of the live sizing tells is open these hands a little bit larger, but she does stick with that
I'm like, she's like the same person. Like
70,000, roughly about what they've been opening.
Coach Steele.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
Debbie's going to fold ace-5, Debbie, and small blind. You just can't. Looks like this is going to be a raise and take from Diane.
Any raise and takes you can get that at this point in the tournament are going to be big for the brand.
When I was really young, I thought I was going to be a
Hey.
professional baseball player. I would get up like at 5 o'clock every morning. I get from school practice.
In the state of Florida, they didn't have shot put for women in the track and field event. They had the softball tournament.
Okay.
I went to the state championship.
That's awesome.
And really throw the ball.
I love that.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. But my big game was
All right, so once again, Valerie here is just gonna fold, do the right thing.
5-3. You're short too, but you can shoot.
Kimberly here, Queen Jack offsuit, just around 500,000 in chips, is going to find an open here to 75,000. Kimberly been one of the most active pre-flop besides Valerie with her million chips, so this is
I'm getting there. We're not working on it.
Debbie here going to fold the ace-7 off.
My brother is very famous.
never heard of
Debbie entered the table second in chips and took a couple beats, but never counting her out. As I've seen her play, she's a great player. And it's one for Kimberly there, picking up a nice little pot, getting over $500,000.
It might come down to a flipping scenario which is why it's so tough, right? Like, when you get to these final tables, you're like, okay, this is how many chips I have. This is how many big blinds I have. Man, it's such a marginal spot, but I might go for it. Then you lose the flip, lines are going up, and then you're like, all right, I no longer have any comfort to, call and fold. Now it's just all in or fold.
I used to love watching that on TV.
Oh, it's so fun. But there was a girl that played for Jacksonville, actually. Her name's Erin Jackson. She never ice skated in her life. Qualified for the Olympics.
We see Kimberly dump the king-9 suited there under the gun. It's crazy how just one position over, your range is going to be a lot tighter, a lot more
I
snug.
like this. I'm going to get good at it.
Yeah, 6 months.
And Tammy going to limp it in with the pocket trays here.
And got last, but the next 4 years she got
Amazing.
Along with
Isn't
her.
that crazy?
And Valerie is going to check her option here.
Heads up.
And does win the flip right away. 8 right on the flop as Valerie takes a commanding lead. He's going to bet 30,000. And Tammy does make the call, I believe. It's going to go check, check.
Check. I have an 8.
8's good.
Yo,
You should know.
mute me.
Fucking good.
I was also king 10 so you had queen 10. And then that's why it took so long. Then he made a pair stack.
I can't believe Denver's winning.
Linda here picking up a couple of ladies here.
And
And
there it is.
going to open it up and get a jam from Ace Queen suited from Tracy.
Yeah, that's about right.
Absolutely handcuffed in the spot to have to go all in. Oh my goodness. And we got a re-raise here from Valerie with pocket kings. Oh my goodness.
Good Lord.
450,000 total. And we might see a potential double knockout here, barring an ace, because I'm sure Linda is going to have to make this. I don't know. It's a cold 4 here from the chip leader.
It's a chilly ass 4, man.
Yeah,
Boy.
That cold 4 here from the blinds from the chip leader.
Linda, baby, take your time. Take your time.
Pocket queens not in a great spot.
This is one of the worst spots imaginable. You
Yeah.
can't. What can you do? You have to, like, if you're Linda, like, what?
She said she's going to call.
I just wanted to see one thing, just to make sure this is covered. I'm sure it is, but I just want to be 100%
She
sure.
has me covered.
Yeah. You don't want to make a move until the dealer tells you so. That way, you
Yep.
don't.
So we're going to turn them up here in a second. And
This is just so tough.
Tracy, not actually. She's getting a huge, huge, huge pot. Oh, Kevin, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Welcome to the Ladies International Poker
Yo,
Series,
It wasn't
Kev.
Ronan, bro. Whoa. And yeah, Tracy's in bad shape. I'm not gonna lie to you. Tracy is in tough shape. She needs to find one of those pointy cards on the flop. Otherwise, it's gonna be really tough. Or maybe some hearts. But
She's
it's
at
gonna be tough.
30% equity. This is the best case scenario for her getting it in 3 ways after a cold 4.
Linda's down to 1 out in the deck.
Yeah. And both her suits are covered. She has very little chance to win this pot outright. Or she's going to be hitting the rail. I'm doing good, Kev. Good to see you, man. And a 10 tray 4 flop is leaving a lot to be
Jack of
desired.
Hearts. Jack of Hearts.
Jack of Hearts for action. Nope.
She's drawing dead.
Down to an ace or a queen here. And we have a double knockout. And it's King's Full here on the river. Double knockout for Valerie. 1.7 million in chips. Linda and Tracy hitting the rail. Tracy will be paid out in 8th place because she had less chips when the 3-way all-in occurred. And then Linda will be paid out in 7th. Congratulations to all these ladies who've made the event. Welcome to the Valerie Show.
I mean,
what a time to get kings there.
what a time, man. You know what? Let's add to the list.
Yep.
Before she can go to the spot, she might be able to hit the beach for a little bit.
Yeah, she can hit. Yep, maybe go get an oil change.
I mean, at this point, she can get her whole car broken apart, put back together, and she'll have enough time to make it back and probably win the tournament. I mean, she has so many daggone chips.
Yeah, you should. You should.
No, it's not you, it was me.
Oh, my God. And with that, Linda and Tracy are both going to be eliminated. And, of course, anytime, Lips or any WPA tournaments come through Jacksonville, there's just so much love amongst these ladies. Obviously, they are, they're competitors. They want to win, but they are friends. And they're good to one another.
I just ran outside to take a look, and there are 3.5 million chips in play, and I believe six-handed. Valerie has more than half.
Yeah, that's essentially, that's the story.
Yeah.
She's got all the chips.
I've known that Kevin kid since like 3, and he just I posted on my comment.
Oh my.
Hello, hello, hello. Am I? Hello?
I have the king 10. Nice hand. Well played.
And we have all in here. Kimberly versus Tammy, and Kimberly is going to pick up the elimination here. And Tammy's going to be paid out in 6th place. Made a couple jumps. Very patient. Well played, Tammy. Tammy and I were talking before the tournament started. I saw her on the floor as I was walking in, and she said, yeah, I've got 10 bigs. And I said, yeah. And she says, sometimes it's easier to play with 10 bigs. And I am 100% with you. All you do is fold or jam. That's all you got to do. And she made a couple ladders here to get paid out in 6th place. And Adonis, do you want to open up those payouts if we can, if you got it up? It'll be just a moment. We'll take a look at the payouts and see who's been paid out what.
It's a Terminator.
Sorry. As we are down to 5 here, April pocket 9s under the gun, sitting on about 12.5 bigs here. Just made 3 jumps in the span of 5 minutes, and does find a good time to jam. I like the jam here. You just made a bunch of jumps, try to get it in, win a flip, and have a bunch of chips. And Kimberly, ace queen of hearts, does make the call on the button. I think I would have preferred an ISO here, but oh, Debbie with king queen off, sitting on less than 8 bigs, is going to make the fold. I guess a call was effectively an ISO there. Nines versus ace queen of hearts, a classic flip here. Equity's very close as king 5-4 flop 1 heart. Turn is a deuce. Tray ace or queen here on the river. And nine's going to pick up a huge double here to get April almost at 700,000 chips. Ruth, how's the sound now? Can you hear everything okay? I just adjusted some things. We got Adonis coming in here. He's got the payouts, and we're going to read them through.
We have them. I have them right in front of me. I'm sorry. What were we looking at?
We were looking at the 8th place through 6th place payouts because that's who just went out. It was
so 8th place is taking home $892. 7th, $1,093. 6th place is taking home $1,387.
So Tammy did just get 6th place, and we had I believe it was Linda and Tracy who got 7th and 8th respectively. So we are now onward here as April in seat 1 just got a huge double up. Pocket 9s versus ace queen of hearts held all in and at risk.
Make sure they don't forget their thumb.
Just like that, we lost 3 players really quick. I mean, I was ready to be here for a few hours. I was ready to watch these ladies kind of battle it out. It's been fun. Excuse me, but
it's been some crazy action so far. We have a 75,000 chip open under the gun, and it folds all the way to king 10 suited in the big. Diamonds would be bad news for Diane, as a 9-9-6 flop comes out, and April gonna check with the best hand. It's gonna go check, check here.
10 on the turn. Make things spicy. Looks like another 9, though.
Looks like a 9 or a 10, yeah, I'm not sure. Yep.
Yeah, another 9, so king high for April. But once again, kind of real passive, you know. And nobody's really looking to steal. Everybody's kind of, these are some honest ladies playing right now.
Yep.
Ladies, blinds are going up next hand.
Blinds are up. Oh my goodness. I see
Wow.
15, 30.
15,000 small blind still, but it is 30,000 big
Yep.
blind as well.
Yep.
And I'll come back and color you up once we get these taken care of.
Debbie's stack has dwindled after losing a flip, and just those blinds have been going around pretty quick. The action has been moving fast here. So Debbie's going to need to make a double if she wants a shot here to win this thing. Stefan Dix just threw one for a first down.
3rd and 12. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. All right.
Kimberly pocket nines here, sitting on
This is the decision.
520,000.
Yeah. I mean, you got 520.
I like an open, not an all-in, but she does elect for the
She
jam
is
here.
putting it in. She says no debate, no thinking about it.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
ace king
boy.
here. We're gonna get another flip.
Call him too.
Turn them up, ladies. Let's see what we got.
Wow, what a flip.
We've seen so many of these flips. These nines have been the hand of the night, man. I'm telling you, they won nines versus kings.
We've seen 9s like 5 or 6
Debbie had
times.
9s that lost the flip, and April had 9s that won the flip. Queen 8-7, 2 clubs. We're gonna need an ace king or a couple clubs.
Now we're going to need an ace or a king.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, king on the river. Diane's gonna get a
Diane
huge double.
found the king from Saturn.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, man.
Just minimize it, right?
360 total.
There's a little, yeah, you can. Just the, is your mouse working? Oh. There's it. It's the live, it's the live.
Big time.
Yeah,
when you
you
get that
can't help
far,
it,
you're
yeah.
like,
It's part of the game. Unfortunately, it's been a really big part of mine.
it's been big swings.
Yes.
Holds around.
We just had some major activity just 5 minutes ago. Major activity.
Sorry about that. I hope y'all didn't see any spoilers there. That was the live actual feed there. We had to get rid of that quick. Sorry about that. But we are going to be on right here. Blinds are 15, 30, and 30. April going to elect to fold the ace tray off in the cutoff here as it folds to Diane on the button. Valerie's going to complete and a quick all-in. All-in and a call. Oh, my gosh. Ace King versus King Deuce offsuit here.
I need it. Oh, don't say that. Well, say that.
Sorry, Nick. Ace on the turn is going to have Valerie drawn dead as we're going to get a double on a very short stack here from Kimberly, but finding some breathing room, getting over 10 bigs, up to 13 bigs actually.
Yeah. All right. I don't think anybody. Well, we'll see. So now we're down to 5 ladies remaining. We had 9 to start about 2 hours ago.
It hasn't been long at all. We've seen once that 8th
Once
place
the blood
got hit,
gets to flowing, man, it's just it. Everybody's in. Everybody's ready. I hate that you're a Broncos fan so much. Because anytime I see you do anything, I know what's happening. It's just not good for me.
I'm a Bronco and Jags fan. Don't pay any attention to the man behind the curtain. Absolutely, Kathy.
Turn me off. Turn me off right now. Turn me off.
That's so big.
Bernard, a.k.a. the poker bluffer. If you want to put $1 million on Valerie, I have to offer it to you at minus $1 million. So you have to bet $1 million to win $100. But we're having an all-in here. Blind on blind, 10s versus 6-5 suited. Debbie all in at risk with 6-5 of clubs. And super handcuffed here by what she is being dealt. She's in
Ooh, picks up an
turn open ender. I was about to say
Come
she's
on,
a backdoor
Debbie, 3
straight.
and 8.
And Ace is not going to do it, and Debbie is eliminated in 5th place. Congrats to her yet again for making another final table and making some money here at Best Bet Jacks.
You get the cheesecake bite?
And we are down to 4-handed here at Best Bet Jacksonville. $7,565 for first place, and
I know that's a struggle for you.
It's like the flux turning up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you're here.
All right, you're about to be on.
30 to go. Just one big one.
30,000 to go here, 4-handed. Valerie with a commanding chip lead. A commanding chip lead.
You can say it how you want. It's still going to be
It don't
evident.
matter what it is. But
It don't
she's
matter
gonna-
how you say it, no matter the phrase, the terminology. It's still the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And action's going to fold all the way around, and April's going to get a walk with the worst hand out of all 4.
You know, I think one of the more menacing parts about her chip lead is that she's so calm.
She don't, nothing phases her. You should have seen when I was dealing the final table, and she knocked out Miss Erin in 4th, and she was just
She
good.
good.
Good game.
Hair in a
Good
ponytail, nails done, you know,
Always killing
arms
it.
folded.
game. Yep.
Can't mess with her.
Not a worry in the world when it comes to her.
I'm way up here, you know, looking over this vantage point. She scares me a little bit. She got so many chips. She playing so well. There's just really nothing. I don't understand it.
Ruth Hall says GG Debbie, and Bernard says he was going for Linda. Well, unfortunately for you and Linda. But Ruth Hall, I'm going to have to talk with someone about that and see if we can, okay? So just hold on tight to that thought. If we can
Yeah.
make it happen, we're going to try.
Yeah, we're looking into it right now, and I mean, this is going a lot quicker than we thought. We were going to try to squeeze her in towards the end, but we do have to get approval for it first. So once we double check it, hopefully, you know, we can stay live a little bit longer than we anticipated. But things are going real fast. So just give us a second. I'm still sending you all my love. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself in Aruba. Next time, get me a plane ticket. You know, I'll sleep in a separate room. I just want to have a good time.
I'm saying.
as well.
Me and the Donalds will share a room even.
I mean, it's on my bucket list too.
Yeah.
I want to go to Aruba. I ain't never been there. I ain't never had my toes in the sand like that before. Jack 9 suited though for Kimberly's gonna go straight into the muck, and
These blinds are going up and people are jumping.
90,000 and a fall.
all right, 4 players are in. I got a raise and take that from Diane. Life is a blessing. Yeah, of course it is, man. To be 6 feet above the ground every day, I try not to complain about too much. You know, it's you can't do that. You know, like you said, life is a blessing every day. And to be able to honestly do a job like this where I'm just watching poker and commentating and having a good time with everybody, I mean, I have no complaints in the world. I'm happy to watch these beautiful women play. So Jack 10 for April is going to go right in the muck first. She does still have 740K, but there's the big dog. There's the boss lady herself.
110K here. the ace-9 suited, really putting the pressure on Kimberly, who's just going to be forced to let go of so many hands right here, being blind on blind.
Listen, she got so many chips, I'm about to nickname her Griselda. For those who know, they'll know. For those who don't know, you just won't know. But she is doing a lot of great things. And she's looking to try to get that $7,565. That's what she's trying to get her hands on. And I mean, the writing's on the wall, right? She's eclipsed 1 million in chips. It's just really hard to take chips from a player who's also running well and playing well. When you get that combination together, it's just going to be a bad day for everybody. Yeah, it's going to be a bad day for everybody. You just kind of got to not play any hands with her. I think that's the first part of the equation, and hope you can run as good as her.
And then she just picks up ace-king on the button.
I mean, this is how it happens.
130K. Going to make it a little more than 4 bigs.
I mean, what can you do? Raise and take again. She's at 1.5 million. It's just,
Oh, Ruth, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Aruba trip is for hubby stage 4 cancer. Oh, Jesus.
I'm so sorry, Ruth.
That's tough.
I'm glad y'all are making it out, though. I'll be praying for you.
Yeah. I have some real bad words for cancer, but I can't use them because we might get banned off the YouTube airways. But yeah, cancer sucks. Cancer sucks. My prayers to you. I know you're a warrior. I know you've beaten it twice, and your husband. My prayers are with him as well.
It's going to fold here blind on blind to April with Jack 7 of clubs. Blind on blind, this is, I think, a mandatory open, and she is going to make it 60,000 here.
Yeah, so she looks good to go. Queen Jack suited for Diane, 590,000 as the blinds go up. Even though that number looks big at the bottom left of your screen,
it's not a lot of big blinds.
Yeah, it becomes a little insignificant as we go along.
And a 2-club flop here for April with backdoor straight is probably the best thing she could have asked for.
That's probably what she's going to want. She's going to need a club on the turn.
I would like a lead on the ace-high flop, at least a bet on the turn here. You have so much ace-x in your range that Diane just doesn't have, and a bet is going to take it down.
But
so
you got like a
often.
little microphone feeding her the lines in there? Because she's doing everything
I know, right?
She's doing everything you're saying to do. Look at there. You know what? I need to investigate.
Yeah, that one.
That was pretty good.
I got a time traveling mic. It goes back in time 30 minutes.
Whatever you're doing, she's picking it up pretty well, and
I think
she's going to take the pot down.
April struck me as a well-studied player, and most of the decisions she made so far is something I would have done. And they call me Tournament Crusher, Cash Game Fish, Ronan. So.
They don't call me that. No. The only thing that they know about me is that I like the Vikings. Everything else is just is a lie.
And Jack 9. Don't forget Jack 9.
And Jack 9. So the next lady out in 4th place is going to take home $2,479.
That's a sweet little payday.
I mean, if I had $2,479, I feel a lot better about life right now.
And ace-10, a mandatory open on the button here for April. You can size up a little bit more. She's going to go 60, yeah. Some people like to size it more on the button, but Diane here, pocket 9s, the hand of the night.
Yeah, we've seen this like 6
People
or 7
have been living
times.
or dying by these 9s today. How many 9s we got in this deck? Someone better check this.
I mean, she seems like calling is just not she seems like calling wasn't just an option for her. She's going to go ahead and move in the rest.
And Valerie with a natural 9 in her hand.
Oh, she smiled at her. That's just not good. But we see her cards aren't very good.
Yeah. April here going to be forced to let this one go, I imagine. It's a 20 big blind shove.
Hey, man.
Excuse me, like 19, yeah. It's a big shove to call it off there with ace-10.
Yeah, Kathy, out of all the live streams that I do, I enjoy having, like I said, the WPA, having the Lips poker series come through because the energy, the love that these women radiate, it's just unmatched. I love hanging out, having a good time, laughing. They always enjoy themselves. They always have a great time because when you work in the industry of poker, I don't like to use the word cutthroat, but I mean it's a game of it's a competition. You want to win.
Absolutely.
So when I'm out there dealing poker and live, you never really see the love that these women show each other while they're playing a final table for money. Like when they get knocked out, it's here's an embrace. Thanks for showing up. I love you so much. Let's plan brunch. And it's just always good to see from these ladies.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Valerie going to bump it up again to this blind on blind dynamic here. Kimberly versus Valerie is going to be killing Kimberly all night long because Valerie can just open so many hands knowing that Kimberly has to fold to try to make a ladder or two here.
Yeah, live it up, Ruth. Live it up. Absolutely live it up. I'll have to figure out where you guys are going to be traveling next in terms of playing poker, if you can. And I'll try to, you know, if it's close by Florida, I'll definitely try to make it so I can give you a nice embrace and wish you the best.
Still four-handed here as Diane picks up king 4 of diamonds into the gun. Four-handed, I would love to see an open, but it hasn't been Diane's MO too much today, and she is going to let it go. Is it? Yeah. All right, you're about to be unmuted. As Kimberly picks up ace-jack, blind on blind here. One of the few spots that Valerie hasn't been involved in the pot when she has needed to be, and she is going to
There
jam
it is.
here.
All you can eat. Come get
12
it.
big blinds, basically.
Knife and fork.
And April actually with a pretty close spot here, but she does let it go. I think a tick better in any direction there. Queen Jack, Queen 10 suited, King 10. I think it's a call, but let's go of the Queen 10 there.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe your mic is off, but the feedback is just, it feels like you're wrong.
Yeah.
Wow. In this case, look at this. Valerie just in such a fortuitous spot.
She's been picking up so many hands here short-handed. It's been incredible to watch. And Kimberly with ace 10 off. Valerie has been so active that I imagine this is going to be a jam.
Of course it is. If Valerie wins this pot, I mean, I think everybody knows where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I think so.
She'll eclipse 2 million.
Shrugs and
She'll
says
have
call.
2 million. 2 million.
Ace queen offsuit versus ace 10 offsuit here. Ace 10 all in and at risk. If ace queen holds up here, we're going down to three-handed.
I might be wrong for saying this, but I'm rooting for Kimberly. I want her to stick around. Listen, you can take a hit, Valerie.
That's not going to be. It's not going to do it.
It's over.
And we have Kimberly drawing dead here. Going to get $2,000 and some change as we are headed to three-handed here.
2.2 million.
Well, now we are three-handed. Valerie does have more than 2/3 of the chips in play. So
this is just absolutely ridiculous.
Look at all those bumblebees in front of her. This is insane.
Great game, Kimberly. Thank you for playing. Kimberly is going to be eliminated in 4th place. Like I said, she's going to take home $2,479. I know for, I believe it's Diane in April. I mean, at some point, you just got to make a stand. This Valerie,
someone's going to have to make a stand.
She's cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Three Musketeers.
The Three Musketeers, as Jacob says, as we're down to three-handed. This is where these two players are going to really, I'm not going to say they're giving up on winning, but they are going to try to outlast the other short stack at the table.
Yeah.
It's very important, and it's going to be hard for either of these players to beat Valerie with this chip deficit. But we've seen crazier. And Diane is going to open it up.
Off, man. Listen,
Ace King of
Valerie,
spades.
I love you, but I need them to have a chance to try to win. And
I'd love to see a small raise.
Oh, boy.
And she just calls. Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Oh,
King,
boy.
queen, flop, 2 clubs for Diane, pair and a flush draw,
As you can see at the bottom left of your screen, they're dead even in equity. So if they're going to go
all in and a quick call.
Yeah, here we go. Valerie's going to find herself all in back-to-back hands. Man,
it's a fair
oh, man.
fight here.
It's a fair fight.
Backdoor spades for Valerie as well. Spade, nope. Spade, and that's going to be it. We are heads up
She
here.
has 3 million. Yo, somebody call the doctor. Somebody call somebody. I need somebody on the scene immediately. I don't understand what's going on. We're heads up.
How do you flat there with ace king and get the perfect flop to get it in for piles? That is absurd.
We are heads up, Ronan. Ronan, we just had an 8-handed table 30 minutes ago.
That's crazy. And we are going to take a break here as we get set up for the heads-up play.
I don't know exactly what just happened. We are going to set chips up for heads-up play, like Ronan just told you guys. I had no idea this was going to go this quick. I mean, this is insane. Okay, so I'm going to put you guys on a quick break, and then we will be right back.
Joseph, the answer to that is no. Adonis and I are going to go about to go watch some football.
All right, everyone, we are back. Sorry for the wait. We came back a little early. It seems like they're already ready to go, and they're ready to try to, I guess, crown a winner. I mean, I'm not going to lie. April, you're going to have your work cut out for you, baby. It's not going to be easy.
And that's not a good start.
Yeah, she has about a 6-1 chip lead right now on April, so April's going to need to pick up some really good cards really quick.
And the Dirty Diaper is not going to get it done the first hand here. Yeah, April at 20 big blinds for now. I believe the level has a couple minutes left in it. So Malik Neighbors touchdown. All right, you're about to be unmuted again. As we continue our heads-up play here, a ton of chips here for Valerie, but April's made several ladders and should be happy regardless of the outcome. The odds, obviously, not in her favor.
Right now, April's guaranteed $5,000, right?
That's a great cash.
Yeah. And I mean, she's not out yet, you know. I get it. Very overwhelming chip lead, but if you're April, you got to think, man, I can do this. I can get it done.
But April, I'm sure, very, very happy to see that ace-king over queen-8 of clubs hand pulled up. So that was very good for April's ICM implications. Huge jump. What was third place payout, Adonis? What was that?
Third place was $3,481.
Yeah, 1,600 jump here. And raise the 9-8 suited here. Just click it. I like it. And Valerie with a dominating queen 9 offsuit here. 9 on the flop would be disastrous for April. And oh my gosh. Valerie flops a straight. April with a pair and open-ended backdoor flush.
You know, I guess, you know, when it's your day, it's just your day. And I guess this is one of those cases. I mean, in any situation, no matter what the hand is, no matter who she's against, Valerie has just had the best of it. She's flopped the best of it. And I mean, it's easy to play when you flop this straight. You flop the nuts.
Flop the nuts with a hand that is supposed to pile it in here.
Oh, asked her if she got something.
She's going to raise to 250, which actually prices April's in if she's not against this exact hand. She has to call against, like, top pair hands, 2 pair hands. This is just so sick. And a 7 would be the worst card, or a diamond. A 6 on the turn.
Snap ships it.
All in, less than 200,000 in her stack. I mean, did you call 250 to fold 200 on the turn? Yeah, no, you don't. Drawn dead to a chop here.
Just the absolute, wait. She's all in? That's it?
Yeah, all in. April only had 200,000 left. And barring a queen, yeah, that's going to be the tournament right there.
What?
Wow. April made some great
Wow
jumps.
was right.
Congrats. I'm so happy you made it with me.
Oh my God, well.
Congratulations to Valerie, April, and all of the other ladies who've made it through this tournament.
I got real comfortable in my chair, but I'm going to have to say goodbye to you guys.
Yeah.
Valerie is definitely going to be, she's our winner. It was going to be really tough, but Valerie is our winner. Absolute great showing there from April. Obviously, she's going to come in and have some remarks, and we're going to let you guys go. That's gonna do it for us. I mean, I was hoping to hang out with you guys, but all right, you guys have a good one. We'll catch you next time.
GG's to April, GG's to everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Best Bet Live.